Noko, was there something you were gonna run here, like a
Yeah, you ready?
yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna ask that everybody, I'm gonna be lighting the flames on top of these pigeon rocks, and I ask that you all, light your flames in sacred spaces. I think, Indy, you noticed Cyprus probably needed one, so wherever you're feeling called, and multiple locations, you please use your intuition, and follow along with me in the process. But this is going to kind of herald in all of our assistants and helpers today. So we'll get started. Okay. We light our sacred flames atop these mighty sentinels with focused intent to bring forth a cleansing to these waters. With the emerald and golden healing flames of transmutation, I call into the animal kingdom and the elementals to assist us on our mission today. May they initiate the ancient keepers of the land and call forth the sacred guardians of the Mediterranean Sea. The whales, our original record keepers, bring their frequencies of truth, correcting and restoring the history of Mother Earth. The dolphins, keepers of the sacred breath of life, bring their sound codes of communication, restoring the life force and bringing sacred breath back into our grid system. The water dragons bring their codes of harmonious eternity, warding off all evil and clearing the emotional body of Mother Earth, as well as those who inhabit her. The nymphs, fairies, mer people, and sirens are all here, bringing the magic back to the water, charging it with so much divine love and natural beauty, making even more people love and respect this most sacred and powerful of elements. And Indy, if you would like to call in anything else that you felt warranted, please.
Yeah, I'd like to call in the supreme divine intelligence of the Cygnusian system and the original diamond Neanderthal indigo consciousness to assist with bringing forward the ancient knowledge of the buried ancient worlds and reconnect the realities and timelines that are to root humanity into repairing the severed cord and the split of the umbilical cord to Mother Earth. And I just want to activate Hawaii as well. Activate the locations in the Yucatan and Teotihuacan and all Mayan Stargate locations. Activate the Stargate in West Africa and Mauritania and call upon the correction of the reversal energy at the Kaaba and to release the stronghold on this Stargate. To work to clear all the way up to the Giza pyramids and up to the Cyprus island and the Pigeon rocks, holding that energy there in a transformative, accelerative container and accumulating the wealth of healing, restorative crystal electrons. And we're gonna do just like a whirlwind sweep of the land, just extending from the center point of Cyprus Island all the way around the Mediterranean Sea, in the coastal regions, clearing the contentions of the coast where the air is meeting the land and the water, clearing any stuck fractals of maritime law degradation and strongholds or pins or seals that are withholding the health of nations and the relations of nations. And restoring the templating of the divine, that we all are one, that we all are love, and that we all are here to live with nature and nurture, and to honor this. I'm just sending that prayer out through the sea of the Mediterranean waters.
And I'm just being called to bring in some frequency here, just to help bring all of this together.
That was lovely. I'm also seeing a ruby unk here as well coming in. I'm feeling the water release anger retention. And I'm feeling this connect through the collective cellular body. Really strongly within the feminine. Ja, teraz nie jest okoria na ti agresznistia na hia dura asus nosia samna ai agresni tiash masma okura. And the Ankh is in presentation as spheres and harmonics, that are like bonds and harmonics. Yakuras tora ashishia anai. I'm seeing this sit at the base of the in between Cairo and Israel, running up with the ring connecting around Cyprus, and the wings going out of it, or the arms of it going out into Pigeon Rock, and the opposite side somewhere in between the ocean, like in the ocean. But this runs straight through the underwater temple location. And as it's setting in, it feels almost as if like a bridge of unification between masculine and feminine, but also a replenishment of the root chakra energies, the physical sense of security, a repairing of the root fields, essentially.
I just see this like great, I see this great dissolving of amnesic technologies. I feel we need to extract what is hyper degradational to the land's magnetic field, such as the particle accelerators, the just all beast machinery. I'm getting like Area 52, Area 51, HARP location, satellite destruction, and weather modification tools and manipulation, also rocket fuel. That all of these things are a part of what, because I'm seeing if we restore the codes, we'll restore our lifespan.
Interesting.
Like the lifespan's going to infinitely strengthen the memory fields of humanity and start to dissolve the amnesic technologies, is what I'm seeing.
Okay. So does someone need to run something for that, or how? What are you thinking, Indy?
It just feels like such a deep, deep repairing and rebuilding that is outside of this root race and timeline, even this precession cycle. It feels pre-precession. Yeah, and it feels off-world now. I'm getting it's definitely has to do with galactic consciousness intentions of, they're not even pulse points, they're just anomalies of undiscovered information, but they're like living systems that are a part of this system that are fracturing our history or our timelines from the information, basically. So yeah, it's definitely a galactic. So wow, it's like, how do we send love so restoratively from the core to the inside to the out? So maybe we have to go inside the core of the earth and push it out.
You want to maybe do the spring activation?
Do you have something for that?
Yeah, sounds similar because it's exactly what you just did.
Yeah, sure.
So if we would move into, it's called Atlit Yam, off the coast of Atlit, Israel. It's just north of Pigeon Rocks. And I gave you some photos too. There's actually a stone circle of megaliths underneath the water from this ancient civilization. And those stones are encircling an ancient spring. No, not that one. Keep going. There you go. That guy with the diver. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Wow. So maybe let's go down into the earth. And do you want to guide this? Because you said you had.
Yeah, I can do my thing, and then you can add a little, whatever you feel needed.
Sounds good.
Okay. So we're just going to activate the sacred site. We call upon the elementals and animal kingdom to assist us in activating the ancient spring of Atlit Yam. As we swirl around the stone circle in a clockwise direction, we use our unique frequencies and codes to unlock this ancient spring. As the spring begins to feed into the Mediterranean Sea, we can feel the organic templates restoring. The wisdom of this ancient civilization is brought back into consciousness. The grids in all areas will feel this restorative vibration as the sacred waters begin to circulate into the Earth's natural water cycle. It not only helps our future precipitation to be clean and whole, it anchors the ascension timeline codes directly into all of the water of the world. Hand that over to you, Indy.
I'm going down deep into the core of the earth and just connecting with the emerald restorative fire of the Divine Mother's love and the Divine Mother's heart chakra of this earth. And calling upon all 12 to 13 activation points of the Divine Mother's heart all over the globe, calling to Uluru, to Bali, to Tibet, to Machu Picchu, to Antarctica, to Madagascar, to the ancient mother heart portals of Lemuria, and activating the passageways from the emerald passageways of the Divine Mother's heart into these pulse points of the Mother's heart to send signal codes up underneath the oceans and run recalibrations, Felix, into the volcanic network system. Sending transmissions of love in between all fault points, in between all deep caverns and trenches of the world, all canyons, all valleys and sacred rivers and oceans and springs. Healing all waters, healing all ancient, pre-ancient history. Restoring the mother's heart, restoring the power of the mother's heart and the fury as well. The fury was coming in. It's like I'm getting that there is a lesson. There's a lesson in all of this. There's a I'm also getting like a penalty, like karmic energy still has to be dissolved on greater scales.
What I was also seeing with that was the heart of the earth, the core of the earth, sending out yellow and emerald, not electrical points, but it was almost like arms, if you will, extending out and building like a lattice of emerald and yellow light signatures, which was running up outwards, expanding outwards and connecting through the water bodies. It felt like a repairing and rebuilding of solar plexual and heart field coherence, empowerment, genetics, and this was also running through the monoliths as well. And at the same time, I felt a release of betrayal, backstabbing, two-faced,
Wow.
devious kind of energy that was coming with that. And when you said about the fury, it all kind of linked in together with that. Yeah. What I'm also seeing is the sun penetrating through the waters and connecting in with that lattice. And once again, glistening and opening the molecules of the water, which are expanding into diamond sun templating through the water body. And I also see this again connecting into the connecting into the collective cellular body as like a transmittance of diamond sun frequency to really accelerate within the collective body, the collective mind, and the individuals as well. I'm getting so much pain release from my shoulder and my left arm coming all the way down behind my left elbow. And with that, it's bringing like a feeling of almost hopelessness or exhaustion, or perhaps a bit of both, and really deep heart pain as well. And this is also coming into the pancreas as well, pancreas and heart. And it's also running through the sinuses as well. I can feel particularly across like the forehead, third eye point, then down through the left. And I can also feel this coming into the lungs, rib cage, and into the fascia as well. It's not the skin, but it's the fascia. What's the fascia connected in? Because I'm feeling like a whole lot of emotional trauma held within the fascia.
Yeah. I feel it in my spine. I have like a real like wing. I don't know if you guys ever have like wing pain, like if you had wings. I'm feeling an extreme wing situation here. Very tight, very definitely lungs, heart, spine.
Yeah, the next step is a spiral of light in crystal white to gold. That's extending down and spinning through the back, coming right into the sacrum and opening at the backs of the calves and under the feet through the chakra points on the feet, and also the pulse, the pressure points within the balls of the feet and the toes and the heels. As that's opening up with the spiral, I'm seeing the Adam Kadmon body spinning through center and expanding as an extension of the physical. If you all want to connect into that as well, this is really opening up that left side, working to release.
With the fascia, I think you're onto something with that. I'm getting like overspills of the organs, like the organs are holding so much that it's bleeding into the connective tissue.
Really? Is that what fascia is, connective tissue?
Yeah, because I was thinking of There's another thing as well, like I think miasma,
Mhm.
but yeah, the fascia, connective tissue.
Brilliant.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like I was
So-
getting the pre-matter tissue.
Okay. Right. I'm also seeing this connect into the ligaments as well of the feminine body. So not just the feminine body, the whole body, but running down the left side.
Mm.
And I'm feeling that as that's releasing further, it's giving me a pain release behind the eyes of what's holding the eyes in place. And yeah, it's all coming up and coming out.
Mm.
As you're saying that, I could see all these walls of separation just beginning to like become self-aware.
Really? Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I was seeing it in all forms of enslavement, separation, like self-worth, self-value, respect.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, again, separation of anger, and again, entrapment and enslavement. It's just like walls and walls. It's like miles of root chakras of walls of separation, as long as the wall of China. It's
So you said wall of vagina then.
wall
you
of
said the wall-
vagina.
Yeah, I thought that's what you said then, but you said the wall of China, didn't you? sorry to go there. There was an art student who I was at school with before, and she actually created the Great Wall of Vagina, and she molded as an art piece many
Wow.
vaginas, and she placed it on a wall, and
That's awesome.
But it makes sense to what you just said, Indy, a wall of roots, right? You're talking about
Yeah.
I mean, that's where that is. So that was not a humorous slip. That was like legit. You were bringing it in.
Yeah, right.
And I also feel within that as well that the prostitution rings of the Great Wall as well, how the concubines are being used over through China, and also it's almost like a liberation of that energy, of a freedom of that energy. And that runs all the way through the Middle East, where they had all the many wives, the
mutilation. What didn't some of these civilizations do female genital mutilation?
Yeah. We should run a healing with the female genital mutilation in this land area, because this is
Yes.
this is where they do it. So this is interesting. It's all coming up like that. I was seeing shame. I've seen a lot of shame for their parts. The way that they look now or did look then. There's like the deepest, it's a part of the oppression mentally, and to keep them locked into oppression.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I just thought of a joke that was said the other day. Someone had talked about what do they do once they tear them off.
Oh my God.
Just use your imagination. Like have like a little clitoral marketplace or something. Like it was something that came up. So okay, sorry, I'm clearing that. Kind of like if there's an underground black market for what they do with, you know, how they tear off the baby's foreskin.
Yes.
The same thing goes for these body parts. Yeah.
Like they use it for skin cream and stuff. Who knows what they're doing with that stuff? Yeah. Does anyone feel called to be able to clear that or do something with that?
I feel maybe Sasyam, you've got crystal bowls behind you. Can you bring those in?
Yes, I do.
Could you bring them in?
That would be lovely.
Oh yeah.
The other thing I have is an image that frees up the souls that have been incorporated for any period of time for the earth, but I'll use the bull.
Thank you. I'm so glad you had that image too for what we just did. How powerful.
Yes.
Incredible, yeah. So
Thank
much.
you. Oh, that was powerful. Like I was feeling like the shame and like the guilt, and like all of that was just melting away in those tones.
Yes.
Wow.
I was getting more that needs to be grieved too. It feels so deep. It feels so deep. The torture. I don't want to break, because I feel like the clearing came through, but yeah, I was going like much deeper layers to try to clear that more. I was seeing more just anguish in there, hatred, just like a lot of, feels like more.
May I do a quick little sound voice thing?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Wow.
That was beautiful.
That just took me straight to China then, and I was seeing this Chinese dragon, and like the Chinese opera singers, the women that would be held in those kind of plays and things like that. But it's this dragon that came through and just began to almost like flip the scales on its body and change colors as its body was dancing and moving through the sky.
That was amazing. I could listen to that for an hour.
I know. Noko, you had beautiful butterfly wings when you were singing. It was really beautiful.
Thank you. Well, it was restoring the beauty back to, you know, the woman's the woman's reproductive system is gorgeous, you know, so just bringing that back to its organic template and the divineness that we hold there. This is the key, right? This is where it all originates from. So, yeah. Okay.
That was amazing.
Oh, I need to screenshot this. I don't get Indy feel like this kid's like she's.
Oh, I know. I'm like blushing over here.
Okay. So how is everybody feeling here? Are we ready to go over to Alexandria, or do we have more work here to do?